Good evening, weather fans. Zach with Zach's Weather Shack here with you on this brisk Monday night. We're going to go over a few scenarios on what could happen on the upcoming storm this weekend. I'll give you the details on them and what all they could bring, what percentages of them to occur. So we'll go ahead and jump into scenario 1. This would have the low pressure system cutting mostly to our west, and it would mostly be a rain situation because when storms cut to our west, they bring with them warmer temperatures. And so it would be mostly rain, would end in snow, but the major issue would be the flash freeze that would occur. Regardless of what scenario occurs, there will be an Arctic blast that will be taking over the region with very, very cold temperatures. So any liquid remaining from these scenarios will freeze. That would be Monday. So we'll go ahead and take a look at scenario 2 now. Scenario 1, by the way, does have about a 50% chance of occurring. That is the most frequent solution that has been showing up on the models lately, as well as the trends. It is trending towards scenario 1, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Scenario 2, this is actually what the GFS operational is showing right now. It shows a storm starting as rain. It will transition to sleet and freezing rain very quickly, so only a brief period of rain and then a quick transition to ice, basically. And it will end as snow. This would be a major historic ice storm. We could be talking an inch of ice to an inch and a half of ice. This would just be very bad news with power outages and prolonged school closures. Right now, I give this a 30% chance of occurring. This would bring, what would happen is the low pressure would track just about right over us, maybe a little bit to the east. So we wouldn't be in the snow zone and we wouldn't be in the rain zone. We'd be right where the ice is. That's for central Maryland. And if we take a look at scenario 3, this would be the snow lover's dream right here. It would start as rain, maybe 1 or 2 hours of that, a brief period of freezing rain and sleet, and then mostly snow, so it would be mainly a snowstorm, probably blizzard conditions, 12 to 24 inches with a layer of ice underneath because of that, because of the Arctic blast coming in. Lately it hasn't been trending that way, the models. I give that a 20% chance of occurring. It's still on the table, but we'll just have to see what happens. If we take a look at GFS ensembles here, they show low pressures mainly around Illinois and Ohio. That's just a little bit far north than what you would want to see for snow. But the big question is if these two pieces of energy, one here and one here, just like the last storm, whether or not they're going to phase. Now, they didn't need the phase last time on the last storm for snow because we had a big Arctic high here. We don't have that with this storm. We really need the systems to phase to see snow or ice, really. So if we take a look at the GFS, you can see half of the ensembles have the storm phasing, which would cause, an ice storm or a snowstorm. Half of them don't. They have the storm cutting to our west. That would be a rainstorm. That would be scenario 1. So if we take a look at the operational here, this would be Sunday from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is the operational run of the GFS. This would show rain from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And what would happen is a transition to ice Sunday afternoon from 6 p.m. from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So this is a major ice storm here. A lot of ice, a lot of sleet, and a lot of freezing rain. And this is what the GFS operational is showing right now. So this is definitely, a good possibility. It would end in snow, and actually this is very heavy snow, so this would give us about, 3/4 of an inch of ice as well as 3 or 4 inches of snow on top of that, so that would be a rough one. If we take a look at the precipitation type, once again, a lot of ice, a lot of sleet here, some rain, and some snow, so it would be a little bit of everything if this solution does verify. We take a look at the Euro. The Euro generally does have the storm cutting more to our west. You can see it here. It's not a bad position here, but eventually it is going to cut to our west. As you can see it here, yeah, right over top of us or to our west. You don't want to see that if you want snow. So if we take a look at what would happen here after the storm, which is just going to be absolutely brutal temperatures. Now this is guaranteed. This is definitely going to happen. We're definitely going to have an Arctic blast after this storm. So like I said, anything that's going to be liquid is going to be frozen Monday following the storm. You could see wind chills here. It was just absolutely brutal. You know, negative 19 degrees for central Maryland. It's just sick to think about, but it's coming. There's no denying it. So as time goes on, I'll give you more information as to which scenario is more likely to happen. If you have any questions, as always, I wouldn't be surprised if you do because of this dynamic pattern. Feel free to ask me anything. So thanks for watching and have a great night, everyone.